Goedenavond, hier zijn we weer terug bij Sabine, bij Toekomstmuziek. En hier naast me ga ik aan je voorstellen Jay.
Hi, welcome everybody else. Hey people, that's Papa Jay Blacksheep, okay? You've known me by other names, but this time it's Papa Jay Blacksheep, and I'm being reborn after the COVID.
Makes me very happy to introduce you to the people. Because I've listened to some of your music and it's very interesting. Can you tell me something about the work you make and about your performance?
Wow, that seems a little bit vague. You know, to ask me something about the work I make. I guess I try to make real music for real people who really think, who really care. And that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it doesn't really matter which kind of topic it is, you know, like whether we're talking about spirituality, whether we're talking about culture, whether we're talking about politics, or whether we're talking about doctrines or religions, or I try to just be real. So what else? I don't know what else to say to that.
I understand. You try to be real. So that was what my question was about. Tell me something about your work. Because nobody knows you yet. So
actually, there's millions of people who know.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, this conversation is to introduce you and to tell something about you. So, yeah, you're gonna perform tonight.
Yes, I'm here to just support. I'm here to support the idea of freedom of speech and the freedom of expression and a sense of liberty. You know, I don't quite know how else to.
Sounds great. Is that the reason you live, or?
I could answer that very sarcastically and say actually the reason I live is a symbiotic, the sense of responses that act in a semi-biotic environment, which involves blood pumping around my body and breathing and stuff like this. So without being a bitch, no, it's not the reason I live. The reason I live, I guess, is because I love. You know, but my job within life is to share love,
Wow.
to express love. You know, so.
I understand your language.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Come on, ask me something else. You put me on the spot.
Yeah, ask you something else. Why is your name Papa Jay Blacksheep? Can you tell us?
Yeah, okay, boys and girls, don't try this at home. Yeah, the reason my name is Papa Jay Blacksheep is I for years and years and years I went out as a different artist, and I've played all around the world. Not all around the world, that's not true. I've played many countries and radio stations and festivals, and anyway, who I was, I realized was too much of a rebel, you know, and it caused me a lot of pain, actually. So, and I'll share a little secret with you. That somebody who was very close to me used to always call me a black sheep, you know, and they always said to me, like, you're just a black sheep. You know, and I really fell in love with that. You know, I'm like, we're all sheep. You know, like those of us who think we stand up against something. Those of us who.
Those are sheep too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are.
You know,
all
like
sheep.
we're all following some sort of doctrine, some kind of mandate, and I guess for myself, I just go against the grain. You know, so. You know, like without anything bullshit, you know, like Black Lives Matter, fuck you. You know, like this is all bullshit. Lives matter.
All lives matter,
Yeah,
of course.
You know, like, you know, every culture, you know, every doctrine, every religion, everybody matters. And I guess I'm one of those pain in the asses that just goes against it. And that, in English, this is very English.
Goes against what?
It goes against the mainstream. It goes against the grain. It goes against, the narrative, if you like, modern narrative. And I suppose for me that really subscribes to who I am. I am a sheep. We're all sheep. We're all slaves. We've all got a role to play, and it doesn't really matter how important we think we are or how important we think we're not. Everybody has an energy, and I guess some of the most important influences in my life have shown me that I'm just not your normal sheep. I am the black sheep. And I support the black sheep in this life. I support all of us who have something to say.
But may I ask, why the black sheep? What is the difference between the white and the black sheep?
Well, what you mean besides the colour?
Smoking?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are. We're smoking. Yes, but it's no weed yet. But if you've got some,
stay with me, please.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Look, maybe this is a British thing, maybe it's an English thing, but there's an expression in English, and if you are the black sheep, it's like everybody is a sheep, but I'm the black sheep in as far as I'm just not the average.
Like the black sheep of the family.
Well, yes, if you like, the black sheep. Well, the black sheep of the flock.
So
so it's just like everybody else. They're all white and they're all going meh. And I'm at the other end of the field going like, what the fuck is this?
So because you make a difference, because you think different.
I didn't say that, and nor would I say that. All I know is I am different, and all I know is I try to be real, and I try to speak what a lot of us are thinking, but not a lot of us are saying. So
Did you always feel different?
That's a difficult question. Can you please go further?
You say I am a black sheep. Everybody is a sheep. I'm a black sheep. I am different than the others. Why are you the black sheep? And since when do you feel like this? Is this only because of your artist, or were you born with this idea?
I think that's a difficult question to answer. All I can say to that, quite honestly, is I guess from a very young age I've known that I definitely did not go with the grain. I think I was 5 or 6 years old when I was speaking with my brothers, saying, I know that plants have all the answers to all the medical questions that we have. And I knew that at 5 or 6 years old. And I didn't know why, and I didn't know how, and so I guess that's maybe, I hope, a good example of what being a black sheep is.
Yeah.
It's about being able to engage with the gang, being able to recognize what the norm is, but also being able to recognize within ourselves that we feel different. We feel that there's something else. There's
a better way.
That's not something I would. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Why are the tears coming?
Because you're pushing me in a corner where it's like, does the black sheep know? Do those of us who know and recognize a sense of freedom, are we so alone? And yes, we are, but we're not. There's millions of us. I don't mean to be so. I don't mean to be a pussy, guys. Sorry.
You're not a pussy.
Yeah, well, I was being a pussy right there.
You are beautiful.
If you're a black sheep, and you're out there, like, there's more of us, man. There's millions and millions of us, and they've got us thinking that we're all alone, but we're not. Like we're collecting all around the world, and if you just care about your neighbor, if you just care about anything at all, if you even care, then you're a black sheep. You know, like, if you're not sitting eating fucking pizzas and playing video games and taking fucking pills, you know, like from a pharmaceutical company and fucking getting yourself signed up for life for the rest of your life, you're a black sheep. And if you're a black sheep, then like, well, I've got music for you, man. You know, like, I've got love for you. I've got philosophies to share with you, and I don't mean me as in I mean like, you know, some of the beautiful souls that I've connected with in this life, and we're out there, man. And there's more and more of us who are growing. Like, you know, I'm sorry if I'm.
This beautiful message of love you're sending out, is this, you took it to many different countries, you told me, and now you're here in the Netherlands. And what are the future plans, and what are you gonna perform tonight?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just, I'm just gonna perform tonight 2 songs of consciousness. You know, one is of a form. I'm gonna use form, you know, like classic form, you know, to express classic form, and the other one is much more in a Gil Scott Heron breaking form. You know, it's a cross between poetry and music. You know, so and I'm just doing that just to try and reach out, actually.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Papa Jay Blacksheep, and we're looking forward to your performance. Thank you.
I hope you like it. Yeah.
We hope to.
And hey, boys and girls, do try this at home, okay? I mean, all of you have got something to say. All of you that you feel something. All of you, you know that you can, when you could smell bullshit, stand up, say something. You know, and there's only those of us that dare to stand up, to be fragile, that dare to stand up and be weak, that dare, you know, like, we're the only ones who can change this shit, and all the rest of them, fuck them. You know what I mean? They're gonna try and tell you to, like, take your pills and take your potions, you know, and eat your bullshit and all the rest of it. You know, like, all of this. Fuck them. Fuck them. You know, and I don't mean that in a bad way, and I don't mean it to be negative or destructive or deconstructive. I'm just saying, like, just remember, if you're out there and you feel alone, but you know you care, and you know that there can be a better way, then you just keep going, all right, and have faith in your heart and in your soul, and we cannot fail, and that's the way it is. And if that sounds pretentious, get in touch with me on my own website, which you'll be able to get in touch with on Highnotes, you know, and then I'm gonna do a thing called the Mark and other stuff. And Paul, this is the guy who's behind all of this. If any of you want to play, get in touch, and I'll play. We'll play. We'll all play. And it's gonna take those of us who care to be able to do something about changing this shit. And that's it, man.